Today, from Seattle, Washington, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks taking on Daniel Jones and the New York Giants.
It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the New York Giants. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They've been in a great group. Winners of 7 of their last 10 on the year. On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
First go on offense for the Giants under the guidance of Daniel Jones, the former Duke Blue Devil.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
At the 28.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 13 carries, 59 yards.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football, give it to them early and often, in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
Griffin there defensively.
Jones to throw on third down. Finds his tight end Ingram. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson.
Chris Carson, the ball carrier.
And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16.
3-yard pickup.
The numbers on the ground for Carson last week, 18 carries, 69 yards.
Are we playing old school football now? We've got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10, but he has a chance to move up with a big-time game. So expect that offensive line every time they go to the bench and tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now it's Carson. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again. Wilson. The catch is made here by Tyler Lockett.
Wilson's pass Complete.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. And he's going to have a Seahawks first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
41-yard line.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down.
Draw play. This is Carson. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
No gain on.
Pretty effective blitz there to stop the draw play right in its tracks.
And actually, when they blitz, draw play is supposed to work very well. You're supposed to have them bypass the runner, and he slips past them. But they put their eyes in the right place, took away all the creases, and slowed him down in a big way.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
And he's got Lockett. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
They'll run on first down. Carson.
Chris Carson.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Wilson. The quick slant caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 20.
The ball carrier, Devin White on the tackle.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
27-yard line.
Now Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And the Giants first
out of the shotgun. They run with Barkley. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
And the ball carrier.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
And it's third down.
From the gun, Jones. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return.
23-yard line.
And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Out comes Chris Carson in the Seattle offense. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Here's Carson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
On the carry.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Play action. Now Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, it helped scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
That is on the return. The Giants take over 1st and 10. At their own 32-yard.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
11 yards there, 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Jones throwing on 1st down. It's complete to Golden Tate. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. The Seahawks take back over. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spot.
This is caught inside the 15. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left half, should be a fairly easy one here. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. So we are at half. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little, kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 45. And they'll begin by running the option. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Pickup at 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Again, it's Barkley. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 44. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
First down, New York.
A first down carry for Barkley. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Barkley on the carry.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 28. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Barkley on the carry.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 19-yard line.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
Giants.
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
At the Seahawks 16-yard line.
On 2nd down now, Barkley, and he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9.
Ball carrier.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Giants.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown.
Touchdown.
Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They'll roll him out right. Now he'll pull it down. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson.
Wilson.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
He was brought down by James Bradbury. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
From the gun, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. Wilson to Metcalf that time. First down, Seattle. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
And Russell Wilson gets sacked, and he tied for the most sacks in the NFL last season with 48 in total. But Seattle likes to throw the ball deep. So that means you're going to take more time to get the ball downfield. Sometimes the offensive line can't hold up, and he ends up hitting the deck on those plays.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
The quick slant caught. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They run for it with Carson, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. And he's got it up and through. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite. But the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
That is on the return. The Giants take over 1st and 10.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now Jones, operating from the gun. Over the middle, complete to Tate. The clock still runs. We're at 90 seconds now. Catch made by Slayton. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down. Open man right side is Ingram. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Carson will take the handoff out of the option play.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Wilson wants to throw it. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. They go play action with Wilson. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
And that one pushes the lead up to 11. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
So now Jones and the Giants down by 11. A little over 20 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Throwing Jones. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided.
Down. 3rd and 11.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a death. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So the victory here for Seattle. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Seahawks, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the New York Jets come to town. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.